should be what?
Quiet.
Our ears should be what?
Open.
What about our eyeballs? They should be what?
Open.
Very good. So you know if I'm talking or if an adult is talking or if another student is talking, we need to be quiet and be respectful. Is that understood?
Yes, Mr. Brunson.
Nice job. So, if there's any questions asked, how do we answer questions? What's the first thing? Raise your hand, and then someone will call on you, okay? All right, fantastic. Can everybody say good morning, Mrs. Fitz?
Good morning, Mrs.
Hi, good morning, kindergartners and first graders. Thank you so much for coming today. I am going to quickly introduce three lovely ladies. They are part of a recycling program, and they're here to present to you how we could recycle and benefit all Rincon. We have Nicole over here, Danielle, and Allie. So let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. All right. Good morning, boys and girls. How are you?
Good.
I didn't hear you. How are you today?
Good.
I'm so glad to hear it. Now you sound so excited. We are really so looking forward to being here at Rincon today because we have a really special program that we're going to tell you all about. And we're going to have so much fun learning how it works and how you guys can be a part of this program, okay? So can you sit nice and tall? Oh, beautiful, nice straight backs. I love it. So we are called Grades of Green. We're an environmental group that likes to help schools reduce their waste and find different ways to take care of the planet. Raise your hand if we should take care of the planet. You all think that's a good idea? Oh, I'm so glad to see that. Great. So our goal is for you to leave the assembly today knowing that you can make a big difference by creating a healthier planet. And one important way we can do that is by reducing our waste. That's what we're going to talk about today. So we are at Rincon because you guys are part of a really special challenge. Do you like challenges? Yeah! All right, here it is. Starting today, you're part of the Trash-Free Lunch Challenge. Isn't that cool?
Yeah!
So let me tell you what that means. That means you're competing against 15 other schools all throughout Los Angeles, all far away from you. These are all the schools you're competing against. And we're trying to see which school can work together as a team to reduce their waste the most. And the school that wins gets a $1,000 science grant. $1,000, isn't that cool? Yeah! So I have a question for you. Do you think you can win? No, that wasn't very convincing. Do you think you can win? Good, and we are here to help you, and we're going to give you all the tools and the tricks of the trade right now to help you win the challenge. So here's what we're going to do. This is your lovely logo, the Rincon Rockets. I love that. And we're going to add you to our poster because you're now officially a part of the challenge. Thank you, Miss Nicole. So you are now on our scoreboard. We're going to see how you do in reducing your waste. So the first thing we need to know is what our goal is, right? Because when you're in a challenge, you're in a competition, you want to have results. You want to see how you measured your success, right?
Yeah!
So here's your goal. Listen up. This is really important. Every day at breakfast and lunchtime combined, your school makes 11 bags of trash. 11, okay? Now that might not sound like a lot, but over the course of one school year, those 11 bags add up to 1,980 bags of trash. Now that's big, huh? Now that's hard for me to imagine. That's a big number. So here's how I like to think of it. If you were to weigh all of those bags on a scale, okay, they would weigh the same as 2.5 elephants. Whoa. That's heavy, huh? So that's the bad news. The good news is you guys can make a difference and decrease that number. So instead of 11 bags per day, we have a challenge for you. Here's your goal. 4 or less. Can I see a 4? Can you say 4 or less? 4! Good job, Rockets. That's your goal. Starting today, you want to try to make 4 bags of trash or less. Thumbs up if you think you can do it. Oh, good. I'm so happy to see you're confident. So my friend Danielle is going to help us get excited to reach this goal of 4 bags or less per day and being trash-free, okay? We're going to do a chant, trash-free. So when you see the word trash, we're going to all shout trash. And then when you say free, you say free. We're going to do it together. Ready? All together as a team. 1, 2, 3. Trash! Free! Trash! Free! One more. Trash! Free! Good job. Give yourself a round of applause. Good. So let's talk about some specifics. Let's talk about the nitty-gritty details of how we win this challenge, okay? For starters, have you heard of the 3 R's? The 3 environmental R's. Can you shout them out? I want to hear everyone's guess. I heard one of them. What else? Good. Very good. Very nice. Hands in your lap, nice and tall. Those were great guesses. Thank you. And I think I heard most of them. Our 3 R's are reduce, reuse, and recycle. Okay? And at Grades of Green, we like to use those 3 R's by first reducing the amount of stuff that we take and use in the first place. Can you all say reduce? Great job. The second R is reuse. That means taking something you used once and reusing it again for something else. Can you say reuse? And the third one is recycle, and that's when something is remade into something brand new. Can you say recycle? Great job. And at Grades of Green, we have a 4th R we want to tell you about. It's called rot. And rotting is what happens when fresh fruits and veggies like apple cores, banana peels, you mix those things with dried leaves and other brown items. And over time, that mixture breaks down and turns into compost, which is soil for our plants, and that's rot. Can you say rot? Great. So we have reduce, reuse, recycle, and rot. Whew, that's quite a list. I have a trick question, and you can all shout out your guesses once you think about it. Which R do you think is the most important? Shout out your guess. Okay, those were some good guesses. Here's why it was a trick question. The first one, reduce, is the most important. That's why it's first on the list. Reduce. You always want to choose to reduce the amount of stuff that you use in the first place before you reuse something or recycle it or even throw it away. And reducing is so easy to do. For example, when you go get your lunch in the cafeteria, you have this wonderful little napkin dispenser. And it only gives you one at a time. So if you need a napkin, a great way to reduce the amount of waste you make is only taking one. Only take what you need instead of taking a big giant handful, right? Good, so that's a great way to reduce. Just simply use less in the first place. So one more time, what is the most important R? Oh, you're such good listeners. Reduce, give yourself a pat on the back. Very good. So now we know our 4 R's and we know our goal. Remind me, what's our goal? How many bags of trash per day? 4 or less, good. And we know how to use those 4 R's. We're also going to talk about other ways you can reduce your waste. If you buy a lunch, we'll teach you how to be a super sorter. Can you say super sorter? Great. And if you pack a lunch, we'll teach you how to be trash free. Can you say trash free?
Trash free!
Great job. And by doing those 2 things and picking up litter on campus, you might be able to win this challenge. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. All right, so are you wondering what's behind me in this big green blanket? You're a little curious by now? Yeah? Oh, I think some of you know. Good. Okay, listen up. I'm going to tell you. This is your new lunchtime sorting system. And you're right, there's a bunch of different containers and cans under it. And we're going to talk about them one at a time because they each have a really special job to help you guys reach your goal and help you win this challenge. So your job is to put on those listening ears, screw them on nice and tight. Good. And we're going to talk about each container and what goes in it and how it can help you reduce waste and be environmental heroes, okay? Are you ready to meet the first container?
Yeah!
Can I have a drum roll, please? First up, we have our compost bin. Can you wave and say, hi, compost bin?
Hi, compost bin!
Now, the compost bin is one of our favorites at Grades of Green because this is where that 4th R happens. The rotting, the 4th R, it happens in this compost bin. So if you have a fresh fruit or a vegetable in your lunch, like a banana or an apple or some carrots, the best thing you can do is eat them, right? So your bodies become healthy and strong. Can I see your strong muscles? Oh yes, we want to be healthy and strong at Rincon. Good. So you want to eat those yummy fruits and veggies. But sometimes we have some scraps left over that we just don't eat. So things like banana peels, apple cores, strawberry tops, grape stems. My friend Nicole had an orange peel. Those are things this composter would love to eat for you. So here's what you do. Once you have the fruit and vegetable scrap, after you ate all the yummy, nutritious, good stuff, you simply put it right inside the composter. Now here's a trick to that composter. If my fruit or vegetable scrap has ketchup on it or ranch dressing, do you think I should put it in here? No. No, you guys are so smart. We don't want to put any sauces. No ketchup, no sugar, nothing like that. That'll make our compost icky and ooey gooey. Only our fresh fruit and veggie scraps. Also, this is a good example, if you have some white paper towels, these are things we don't want to put in it either. Only our fresh fruits and veggies. Yeah, only our fresh fruits and veggies. And here's what happens. Once you put your fresh fruits and veggies in here, they're mixed with items like browns. And browns are dried up leaves, maybe some brown paper towels, only the brown ones, and they get tossed into this container. And then like my friend Nicole was rolling it, all of it gets mixed up when you roll it and air gets added. And over time it all breaks down and gets nice and tiny and it turns into compost. Just like this. What does compost look like? What is that? It's dirt, right? It's really healthy dirt for your plants. And here's a picture of what gardens can look like with this beautiful, nutritious compost. Yeah, so the best thing you can do is eat your fruit and vegetable and then put the scraps in this composter. Very good, my friends. That is our compost bucket. Can you say compost? Wonderful. And can I please have that drum roll again? Let's meet our next container. Next up is our liquids bucket. Can you say, howdy, liquids bucket?
Howdy, liquids bucket.
What do you guys think goes in there? Liquids! You're so smart. Good. So if you have a little bit of juice or milk left over in your container and you're just too full to drink it, we ask that you pour it out into this nice white bucket. Now when you pour out your liquids, we want to keep our lunch area nice and clean. We don't want to have splashy messes. So make sure you pour it close to the top of the container, right at the top, okay? Just like in this picture, right at the top. See how there's no splashing?
Oh, yeah.
That's how we want to empty our liquids.
Oh, that's
But the best thing you can do, of course, is drink it first, right? You want to finish your water and your milk, all those things to keep you nice and healthy. Now, once you empty your liquid, make sure you hold on to that container because it'll go into a different container later, okay? So your milk cartons and water bottles, hold on to them. Don't put them in that bucket either, okay? So, if you had a straw or a napkin or ooey gooey cereal, should I put it in the liquids bucket?
No.
No, that'll make it icky. Only liquids, perfect. So you want to pull the straw out first. Make sure they don't fall in that container. Very good. Thumbs up if the liquid bucket is pretty easy to use. Oh, you're so smart. Wonderful. Can I please have that drum roll again? Next up we have our recycle container. Can everyone say, what's up, recycle container? And the recycle container is great because so many things can go into it. There's a lot of options. For starters, anything that has a triangle symbol on the bottom can go into this container. Have you seen this before?
Yeah.
Good. Can you make the triangle symbol with your hands?
Triangle.
Very good, and that means that the thing that you're using can be recycled, remade into something brand new, instead of going into the landfill or the trash, okay? Now, things that are recyclable need to be basically clean and empty. So this plastic cup that has some yogurt in it, there's a lot of food in that. Can I put that right in the recycle bin? No, you want to finish your food first, or make sure it's basically empty and you ate it all first before you put any of those plastic utensils or cups into this blue bin. Now let's talk about some specific things that can be recycled. For starters, anything on this table, if it's made from paper, plastic, metal, or glass, it can go into this recycle bin. Now things that are recyclable, paper, plastic, metal, glass, all of those things are made from something called a natural resource. Can you say natural resource?
Natural resource.
Good. And let's talk about what that word means. It's one of my favorites. It means in our planet, and it's there whether we're here or not. It's just there. And then humans, because we're so creative, we saw a natural resource and we said, you know what? I could take that and use it to make something else. So here's an example, and I bet you know this one. What is this? A tree. Trees are natural resources because we use trees to make paper. Can you say paper is made from trees? Good job. Here's another one. We're going to start making it a little bit trickier. This is minerals and rock. Minerals and rock. And we use these from the ground to make metal. So things like those metal containers, soda cans, those are metal. And we get those from rocks and minerals. Can you say metal is made from minerals? Kind of a tongue twister every time. Very good. Next up, we have oil. Have you seen these before, maybe on the side of some roads? They kind of look like birds to me, yeah? This is how we get oil out of the ground. And we use oil to make plastic. So plastic cups, or spoons, or your yogurt containers, water bottles, that all came from oil first. So can you say plastic is made from oil? Thanks, Nicole. There we go. Good. We have two more. This is sand. And we use sand to make glass. So glass jars, those are made from sand. Can you say glass is made from sand? Great. Look at how much you guys are learning. Oh, you're environmental experts. This is going to help you win the challenge. And last but not least, this one's my favorite, water. Here's why it's my favorite. Water is a natural resource used to make everything. So for example, the jeans that I'm wearing, one pair of jeans, it took 1,800 gallons of water to grow the cotton to make one pair of jeans. Oh my goodness. So water is used in everything. Can you say water is used for everything? Good, and that is one of the reasons why your school is choosing to be an environmental hero and enter the Trash-Free Lunch Challenge, so we can protect and save our natural resources. Very good. So that's why when we have things that are paper, plastic, metal, or glass, you want them to be basically cleaned out, and then we put them into this blue bin. Sound good? Yeah! Great. Okay, can I have that fabulous drum roll you're getting so very good at? Good. Next up, I bet you know what this one is. We have your bottles only. Can you say, hello, bottles only? Hello, bottles only. What do you think goes in here? See how easy the sorting system is? You guys are already experts. Your empty bottles go in here. So if you have a water bottle, you want to put it in this container. What if there's some water left in it? Should I put it in there? No, you want to drink it first because water is so good for your body. Or maybe if you have just a little bit and you really are so full, you can put it next to a tree, something like that. Only our empty bottles go into this container. And they get recycled, just like in this picture. Isn't that cool? That's what it looks like at a recycling plant, a giant factory, where they take all of our bottles and cans and recyclables and they squish them down into big giant cubes so that they can be remade into something else. That's what recycling is, right? Good, and this is a great way to reduce your waste by recycling. Very good. Can I please have that drum roll again, my friends? I bet you know what's next. Trash. Now you're right, it is trash. We're going to call it a different name starting today. We're going to call it the landfill bin. Can you hold your nose and say, hi, landfill bin? And the landfill bin, I do the stinky nose thing, because this is the one we want to use the least. You don't really ever want to visit this container. In fact, the best way to win the challenge and be environmental heroes is to put the least amount of stuff in here as possible. We don't want to put a lot in here at all. Because what's our goal? 4 bags of trash or less. So you don't want to see this get full more than 4 times. And here's why we're focused so much on this landfill bin. Things that we put in here are taken to an actual landfill. And that's the picture my friend Danielle is holding. This is a landfill. Does that look like the kind of place you want to have recess at? No! So on our Earth, do we want a lot of landfills or a few? A few, right? We want to reduce the things we send to our landfill. So you want to try to avoid putting stuff in this container. Let's talk about things that do go in there, okay? Any single-serving baggies, like Ziploc baggies or a chip baggie, those things have to go in the landfill bin. Also, if you had any food scraps besides your fruits and vegetables, because where do they go? in there. If you have any bread crust or pizza, hamburger, maybe some cookies or chips, all of that needs to go in this gray landfill bin. My friend Nicole has some good examples. If you have cheese, flimsy wrappers that make a crinkly noise, you hear that? Muffin wrappers, the food inside of this, you scoop it out and dump it in. Those are things that go into the landfill, okay? And the best way to avoid hitting this bin is to be trash free. Remember that? Lock that in. Being trash free. Good. So now we know how each of these containers work. We have one last step to talk to you about. Can we get a drum roll while Miss Nicole reveals our last step? This is your tray stacking box. Can you say, hola, tray stacking box?
Hola, tray stacking box.
And what goes in here? Tray. Exactly, your trays. If you buy your lunch, you want to put your tray in this container. Now, if I have a little bit of food left, let's say I had some French fry scraps, where would I put it first?
In the trash can.
Thank you so much, good job. I would dump all my food scraps out in here first, and then walk over to the tray stacking box and stack my tray. Now in this picture Miss Nicole has, there's one pile of trays that are thrown everywhere. They're just tossed around. The other side, they're in a nice, neat pile. Which one do you think we like better? Tell me. The nice, neat pile. I heard everyone answer the correct answer. Thank you. That way it's easier to pick them up and recycle them because those trays are made from styrofoam. Styrofoam is a type of plastic, and we learned earlier that plastic is made from oil, a natural resource. So you want to recycle those trays so they don't go to landfill. Very good, you just met your entire sorting system. Give yourself a round of applause. Very nice. I have a quick question. Which way did we start? On that side or that side?
That
Good job, and that's how you want to sort your waste at lunch. You want to start at the composter and then go all the way down. Very good. Now I have a question for you. Let's say I didn't use my sorting system and I left my trash on the table and it blew away and it fell on the ground. What do we call trash that ended up on the ground? What is that? Litter. And my friend Nicole has a picture of what happens when we litter. Our litter, if it rains, it can end up going to the oceans. You're right, this plastic bag when it's floating, it can look like a jellyfish and then animals like turtles might mistake it for food and eat it. And that's really harmful to the environment, right? We don't want our trash in the oceans. So you guys want to reduce your litter, make less litter. In fact, you guys have another goal. Right now there's about 100 pieces of litter each day. 100. We're going to try to cut that in half and make 50 or less. Can you do it? Good, so we want to reduce litter. Very nice. Now, trick question. Which container do you think we want to use the most? Shout out your guess. Okay, well remember we want to use the trash the least. We don't want to use that one at all. And we like the compost one, but it was a trick question because the answer is none of them. Remember the word trash free we said earlier? Trash free. That means you have zero waste. Can I see a giant zero? Very good. And my friend Nicole has 2 lunches she could bring to school today. One is trashy, we don't like that one. And one is trash free, we like that one. So a trashy lunch has single-use items. That means you use them one time and then they go in the trash can. Things like Ziploc baggies, plastic bottles. Even though some of that is recyclable, you're still using the sorting system. A better option is to pack trash free and bring reusables. Things that you can use more than one time. They can get washed. Things like lunch boxes, you can reuse containers, you can get metal forks, cloth napkins, even a reusable water bottle. Raise your hands if you have some of these things. Maybe a reusable water bottle or a lunch box? Good. And that is the best way to be trash free. And you know what? On Tuesdays, starting next week, if you pack trash free, that means you have no waste. Maybe the compost bucket, but that's it. There's nothing else. You could win some really great prizes. Do you like prizes? Good. Let's look at some examples. You could win this reusable water bottle. You could win a reusable lunchbox, a Go Green lunchbox. We have Ween Green containers, Neatos pouches. All of these things are things that you could win if you pack trash free. You could get a raffle ticket. Now, even cooler, one of you will win a grand prize at the end of the year, a super cool wave board. the test. Are you ready for a game? Are you ready? Are you paying attention? Okay, here it is. My friend Nicole has a bag full of items that she wants your help sorting. So Nicole is going to hold an item up high, nice and high in the air, and you're going to stay seated on your bottoms, but you're going to use your voices and your pointer fingers to tell her which container it belongs in, okay? So we're going to practice sorting. Here we go. Let's see what she's got. Where would that go? Good job. The plastic fork, she's going to put it in the recycle bin. Let's try another one.
Sunflower seed bag. I don't see a triangle on it. It's empty, but it's kind of crinkling.
What do you think? Point to the container. Good job. That's going to go in the landfill, the trash bucket. Good job. You guys are perfect scores so far.
Oh, my banana, and all I have left is a peel. Let's pretend this is a banana peel.
What do you think? Shout out the guess. Good job. Her banana peel goes in the compost. Now, if that was a full banana, she should eat it first or save it for later. Only the peel. Good. Let's try another. Oh, can she do that? No, we don't want to throw them. She's going to pick it up and stack it nicely on the pile.
And make sure it fits and stacks in like a Lego.
Perfect. Let's try one more to try to trick them.
See.
Ooh, I like that one. What do you think? Well, there's two things. She's got a straw, so let's pull the straw out first.
It's plastic and it's basically clean. Hint, hint. Plastic, basically clean, goes in the
Recycle. Good, her straw goes in the recycle. And what about that pouch?
This is aluminum. It's going to go landfill. These juice pouches have to go in the landfill bin. They're not accepted at the recycling facilities, okay? These have to go in landfill, so try and bring reusable.
Good. Very good. What if there was some liquid inside of it? What if she didn't finish her juice before it goes in the landfill bin? Where would it go? Good. She would empty it out. Great job. You guys just won the sorting system challenge. Give yourself a round of applause. Super sorters. So we will be here today at lunch to help you sort. If you have any questions, you can ask my friends Danielle and Nicole. They're here to help you. You guys are now officially in the Trash Free Lunch Challenge. We are so excited to see how you do. We hope you win. And remember, your goal is to pack trash free, be super sorters, pick up litter. And your goal is 4 bags or less. Can you say 4 or less? Great job. And one more time, we'll do our trash free chant. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Trash free! Trash free! One more. Trash free! Great job. Thank you so much. You were wonderful listeners. Please look to your teachers for directions. Thank you.